Good morning, Boobie Goaters. It's me, Erin. And drink it if you got it. And if you're not hearing it in the background, I'm actually making some more coffee. I was like, I better hurry up and make some coffee before I come online. And now we get to hear coffee brewing in the background. Good morning, Bonnie. So that you're in there. You were first anyway, I think. But the chat kind of disappeared, and then I saw Amy and Sandy popped in for a little bit before the whole chat disappeared. And I hope the coffee pot's not too loud, but it should simmer down in a little bit. Yeah, I don't really have a lot today, but I do have a couple of spooky stories that I looked up, and I could go through them a little bit later. But good morning, everybody, and drink if you got it. Take a sip. Good morning, Lisa. Say good morning, beautiful Erin, everybody. Everybody's beautiful. They're all beautiful people. Good morning, Sandy. Look, did you guys notice how the handles changed all the names? That's so crazy. So now you gotta like relearn everybody almost. Why'd they do that? Does anybody know? I don't. Do I want to Google it? No. Trying to get adjusted. I was like, oh poop, I'm starting early today, so I had to get up, set up the kitchen in like 3 minutes. Well, I don't have to do anything in here, but like a coffee pot and everything. Oh man. So looks like everybody is all better now from the other live stream. That's good. That's good. Heard about that last night, and you know, I didn't know how to unban people, so it was actually a little informative there. Pretty crazy. Almost is like, man, this is weird. It's still pretty weird, but I'll live. Anyway, guys, how are you? Looks like Bonnie's getting thunderstorms. That's cool. That's good, because we need some good spooky weather. Yep. I'm sure. I think he was like, his live stream was really, really long. And now that I'm looking at this Chromebook, I think we have enough power in it. So I can read this. Yeah, 48%. We're good. We're good. Anyway, I went over to American folklore because I was like, I want some good stories. Come on now. And I did not read these yet, so hopefully it's not another ad for a Chevrolet dealership. But I do have some, and you guys like the thumbnail? I had like 2 ghosts chasing a lady. And there were goats, ghosts, and Boobie Goats. Boobie birds, not goats. Well, Boobie Goats was there. Say that. All right. So, what I'm wanting from all of you out there in internet land is I have a YouTube post that in the comment section does have my email address in it. And you can also get my email address from my channel's main page. If you click on, I think more, when I'm explaining what I'm doing on my channel, it gives you an email address. I believe. I'm not sure, but it's there. Anyway, if you want and you have a spooky story, go ahead and email it to me, or you can copy and paste and just put it in the email. And I would love to read them on live, especially during Spookytober. That's right. And today, my emoji for Old Guy Carnivore, which is still going right now. He usually goes for another hour. He went, man, I think he went for like 2 hours yesterday. And I actually went back and watched the rest of it. And I still am quite confused. And then today, because he banned Rick for like, what, 12 hours or something? We unbanned him. So, you know, he was like, call me Fickle. Like, okay, Mr. Fickle. Time for you to set up. Anyway, there's this book, and I've seen this book. It's called Spooky Tennessee, retold by S.E. Slosher. and illustrated. There's illustrations in it. Nice. But what's cool is that online at AmericanFolklore.net, they've got ghost stories. And I should have grabbed my other book because I'm almost done with the ghost stories that I was reading to everybody. I have a few more left. And this is very good coffee, by the way. This is delicious. That's nice to wake up. So we're going on the Boy Scouts camping trip, and I'm so glad that I just decided that it's just going to be me and the Cubby Scouts, because if I took everybody else, I'd have to fill out forms for everybody. Like, every single person needed a health form filled out, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. Like, are you serious? My hands would fall off. It's like the beginning of school when it starts, and they make me every year sign them into school online, and then when they come home from school, they have the packets that I have to fill out, so they have paper packets as well. And it's always the same, and I'm like, what? Nothing's changed. I know they got to change it for everybody else, that they move around a lot or they have new people. And I'm just like, you do it online, you got to have a copy somewhere. Why do I have to refill out these forms, right? Anyway, we're gonna read a story excerpted from Spooky Tennessee, and it is called Churning Butter. And I forgot to take off the notification bell. I'm sorry. It gets really loud. I get all the notifications. Hold on, everybody. Sorry about that. That's what I get. I forgot to get water because water is very important when going camping. I was like, well, I got the water bottles for the kids, but I need like jugs of water so I can make coffee or tea. And I packed some dandelion tea. I got like 2 different instant coffees, and I did do a review on them, but I have to edit the video. And let's just say Folgers taste like hospital coffee. Good morning, Brian. And Lisa goes, butter. Or, yeah, you did. Butter. And, yeah, I just got distracted. And the other one that I got was at Cafe Bustelo. And this is Flash's idea. He was like, why don't you just get that instant coffee? You know, the kind that you just add hot water to? And I was like, that's fine, but I also have a percolator, so dusted off the old Coleman gas thing and got some bottles for it. Got the old percolator. I'm ready to go. I was like, I'll camp. I also like cooked up a bunch of meat, steak, cut it into chunks, taking that so then I don't really have to cook cold steak. Fine. I don't care. I don't care. Either way, it's fuel. And then I also have hard-boiled eggs that I bought, the prepackaged ones, and I got these, well, I did pick up these weird little cheese snacks that I found at Costco. They did have a couple of carbs in them, and I think it's a sausage or whatever, but it's like chopped up, put in little packages, and I was like, that's perfect for the boys because they're supposed to bring snacks, and then if I'm desperate, I'll eat one, you know? And I probably won't be desperate. But that's what I packed, except the kids got into those snacks and ate almost all of them. There's like 4 left. And I'm like, well, they'll be fine. Because I had to like put money in for everybody, the camp leader. She wanted everybody to like eat the same stuff. And she was like, I'm going to bring my big old, what is it? The Blackstone. Yeah. Blackstone. I'm a great cook. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna make pizza, walking tacos, and I was just like the whole time, guess I'm not eating. But I've got, hard-boiled eggs, steak. That's good. I can bring bacon and stuff, a little cast iron pan if I wanted. Then I was like, I'll bring a like frozen steak too. I'll cook it up whenever. My coffee is getting extremely cold quick. Excuse me. I've been waking up in the morning and my nose and everything just feels drainy. I was gonna blame it on my fast because when I did that, my sinuses just like felt more swollen, and I was like, why is this happening to me? So weird. All right, guys, I'm about to read you a story called. I might have actually read you this. I wonder if this is actually from that book I was reading, Churning Butter. Back in the old days, before electric lights and such, a man named Harold lived with his pretty wife, Mary Ann. No, I haven't read this one. On a small farm way back. Moon Pie, are you okay? They're chasing each other around. So you get for kittens and like you bring in another kitten. Oh my gosh. Blech. A man named Harold with his pretty wife, Mary Ann, on a small farm way back in the mountains of Tennessee. They were a happy couple with 2 grown children and nice neighbors and livestock enough to keep the body and soul together. Do you like that? I like that way that. Keep the body and soul together. Love it. One day, Harold went over to see his neighbor, hoping to trade with him a few hogs. When Harold reached the neighbor's house, the wife came to the door and told Harold that her husband was out in the fields. The wife invited Harold inside to wait for the husband. Harold sat down and waited patiently while his neighbor's wife started churning butter. She churned faster and faster until the churn was brimming with butter. Harold was amazed. Mary Ann couldn't churn butter like that. There must be some kind of trick, Harold decided. Mary Ann couldn't churn butter like that. Stories. Wanting to get to the bottom of the mystery, Harold asked his neighbor's wife if she could get him a drink. As soon as she went out the door with her bucket, he examined her churn. It looked like the same as his wife's churn. Then Harold looked underneath it, and there was a small black rag under the churn. It looked like a piece that had been cut from an old dress. Harold clipped a corner off that rag, put the churn back exactly the way the woman had it, left it, and sat down. After drinking a dipper of water, Harold told his neighbor's wife that he was going to go find her man out in the fields, wishing her a good day. Harold hurried out of the house, but instead of looking for his neighbor, Harold went home to his wife. Mary, I need you to do some churning, he called as soon as he entered the house. But Harold, we've already got more butter than we need, and there's almost no cream left for churning, Mary Ann answered, looking surprised at his request. In my house here we have spooky animals. Good morning, Julie. Since my fast, my lower back was hurt, and it was weird. Yeah! Oh, I was gonna say, like, my knees were hurting. I was like, what is this? It was weird. I'm gonna say it. Fasting was weird. But Harold insisted that Mary Ann turn the rest of the cream immediately. Mary Ann knew her husband pretty well, and she knew he was up to something. But it was no use in trying to figure out when he was in the mood. So she got out her churn and put it in the last of the cream. Before you start, Mary, why don't you put a bit of this red rag under your churn, said Harold, taking the rag out of his pocket. Mary Ann looked at him suspiciously, but she let him place the black rag under her churn, and she began working the cream. Didn't he just say it was black, and then he said it was red? Okay, so weird. To her astonishment, she could feel the churning filling with butter, even though there hadn't been enough cream to make more than a dab. Her arms were moving twice as fast as normal. Mary Ann began to feel frightened because the butter was coming faster in greater quantities than it ever should. She jumped up, grabbed the churn, and shouted, I don't know what devilment you're up to, Harold, but I won't be a part of it. Love that. Devilment. She ran out the door and dumped the bewitched butter into the woods. Harold grabbed up a bit of that black rag and stuffed it in his pocket. He felt bad for scaring his wife and decided he would apologize to her as soon as he finished his evening chores. Ah! No, you ghost. Why would you do that? I'm reading spooky stories. Creepy children. Fine. Take the charger. I think I'm Why do they dress in black like that? Let's see, Julie says, happy to see Rick and Mitch are okay, and I'm not ready yet as the last few days are too much negativity. I just need a break. And Bill, hello, weird. I hashtag Boobie Goats and it doesn't show up in the chat. Did it like disappear? Good morning, Amy. We're reading about Harold and his little rag that he stole from his neighbor. How are y'all? Just got wheezy. It doesn't help that she tried to take her red hair and dye it back to blonde, so she kind of glows too. And eat a ham bone. Good morning. Is that Jeff from Goose Creek? Hello, Jeff. Love it. I'm not gonna eat that ham bone though. I feel like ham has too much sugar. Rick, I thought your controversy was gonna get more views and more people show up. I think it was the normal amount of people that show up every morning. That's crazy. And fried dish. Isn't that fried fish? Now I'm confused because all the names are crazy now. I'll get them one of these days. Let's see. Let me take a sip of this because it's getting cold. Almost chilly. Had to put on a sweater. I was like, where's my little sweater? Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. Keep that handle. We're going to get your CB radio back out and play. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to miss it. I'm going camping. I was like, oh, I might be able to watch it though. I didn't read the pamphlet. There's like a freaking pamphlet that you got to go through and read. And it's like, you can't check in until 5. So luckily they stayed up kind of late, so they won't wake up till later. They're going to be bothering me all day. Is it time to go? Is it time to go? Is it time to go? And I'm reading this pamphlet. And I'm just like, this is crazy. Got to get there at 5. Everybody needs a health form. I already filled all theirs out. I had to do mine. It was annoying because my phone doesn't do that thing where you can just like tap on a line and just type it in. I have to like superimpose stuff and sign and write with my finger because it's, I don't know. It's lame. All right, back to the story because what's going on with Harold? Sandy said, Mitch just asked people to stop chattering and listen to him. Told Peter to stop posting questions so much for the queue. What? Amy is taking a break from the other channel. If I want to chat with my friends, I'm going to do it. Yes, that's when everybody left. So, apologies are in vain. Is that... Dang it. You know what, Wheezy? I like seeing the power bar on the Chromebook a little higher than this. I'm sure it will be fine. Sometimes when you click on it, it's like, we got a few hours. We'll be go. Bill Cook walked 4 days in a row, and it's very unusual. Yeah. That's awesome. I've been doing this new one where I take a day and I don't walk, and then the next day I'm just going to do 10,000 steps. And that's what I've been doing for this month, except for when I was fasting, I just couldn't do it. I was like, nope, I don't want to faint. What Mitch needs to do is just record what he wants to talk about and then answer all the other questions left in the comments. Yeah, what are those things called? Premieres. If he's got a certain agenda, just make a video and have it come out as a premiere so everybody can chat in the comments. You can do that on YouTube. And I think that would make him feel better. Like pre-recorded morning coffees with no holds bar chat. I like that idea. Very smart. Amy and I are on the same page. I'm not in school, taking a break from Mitch. Ah. Here you are. I made a point. Yeah, that 15K walking, like I was talking about my weight stall to my husband. I was like, I've been doing I've upped my walking. First month was 10,000 and then it was 15. And I kind of like tweaked how I was eating. I got rid of the butter, but not all the fat. I still indulge in the morning a little bit, but anyway, with my coffee. But I was like, I've done that. I've lost 3 pounds on a 2-day fast, but you know, it's a fast. So if you eat, you gain it right back. So we were at Walmart last night because I forgot to get the water jugs for camping. And I was like, oh, the machine. So I checked my blood pressure because I remembered you asked, Bill. And it was 170 over 60. No, yeah. Was it 60? It was 60 or 50 with my pulse. It was crazy. And I was like, oh, that's actually really good. That's really good. Because I was worried every other time when I do it, it was like less than 100. It was like 98 or something. So I was trying to get myself actually nervous, feeling nervous so my heart rate would beat up just to see what it would be like on the machine. And it went to 107. And I was like, oh my God. Good blood pressure though for walking all the time. I think the walking and the carnivore is like for blood pressure really, really good. Very motivating. Good. I'm glad. I wanted to be motivating. That was something like, come on. Like who's doing the burpees all the time? But I get it. Burpees are like insane. So walking, everybody can do it almost. So it's not that hard. And then Amy says, yes, Brian, my hubby took me grocery shopping yesterday, which was a little much, so I had to take a pain pill. Okay. Well, good. At least, you know, you're doing better. That's the good thing, right? Retire works waiting for some coffee. Cheers. Let's get back to the story. All right. Oh, I didn't just reread this part, but okay. Harold was just getting back to the house after milking was done when he came face to face with a large figure that looked like something like a man, except it had a small pair of horns on its head. Oh, interesting. Okay, years of 117 after 73 after doing 3 flights of stairs on Monday. So yours is low too. I mean, that's kind of normal, isn't it? Like 117 is pretty good, right? I was trying to figure out a way to get myself a little more upped, you know, like pretending I was at the doctor's office, because whenever I go to the doctor's office, I always race. My heart races. I wanted to see how high I could get it. When I'm sick or injured, obviously my blood pressure is up. And I always hit like 140, and then they have to take it again, and it's usually normal. Like for them, they let me go. If it's like lower than that, like 120, it drops about 20 points at the end of the doctor's visit. And they're always worried about it. And I'm like, does it make sense that your blood pressure be up when you're sick or hurt? I mean, it makes sense for me because your body's in a mode of trying to work out the problem quickly, and blood is pumping in your heart to get stuff going. I feel like Professor Aaron is very good at that, explaining. All right, let's see. The sun seemed to glow red around the figure, which Harold found mighty strange because the sun had already set up behind the mountaintop. Harold stopped dead and looked into the tall figure's burning black eyes. The figure bowed and held a book out to Harold, saying, "Sign here, please." "What do you mean, sign here? Sign for what? If you want me to sign that book, you gotta hand it to me," Harold snapped. He was mighty nervous of that glowing figure with horns. I'd be mighty nervous too, honestly. "I can't come over to you," the horn figure said. Harold saw that there was a glowing circle around his body, which stopped a few inches from the horned figure. Harold was frightened, but he reached over and took the book. When he opened it, he saw writing on the top of the first page. We we possess belong to the devil." This was followed by the names of all his neighbors. At the top of the list was the name of the neighbor woman who had the black rag under her turn. Harold looked over at the horned figure. It was glaring at him with flaming eyes. Harold was scared nearly to death, but he said, "I'm not signing this. I don't belong to the devil, and neither do my wife and children." "That seems strange to me," said the horned figure, with his eyes glowing brighter at each word. "You've been using witchcraft. What about that black rag you put under your churn?" Good morning, retired Rick. I think I already said that, but I'm not sure. "That seems strange to me," said the horned figure, his eyes glowing brighter with each word. "You've been using witchcraft about that black rag and you put under your churn." Wait, did I already read this? I feel stupid if I read it again. Let's see. "When you have pain or sickness, BP usually raises, just like glucose raises as chewing and other hormone changes." And I should have I know I didn't have my Lancer, but I really should have checked my blood sugar while fasting because I wanted to know, especially when I got dizzy, just to see how it was. That's a good question, retired Rick. Do the coyotes ever fight your dogs? Dun, dun, dun. I've heard stories of the coyotes, actually, they will bait a dog to come follow them so the rest of the pack can eat the dog. And we've been like walking back because there's a big ridge back here, and there's a big pack of coyotes that run it. And one time there was like white fluff everywhere and a collar. That's all that was left was white fluff and a collar that said Fluffy. And I was just like, oh my gosh, somebody lost their pet. Somebody lost their pet. Oh my gosh. Harold knew he had to do something quickly. Wait, what happened? Wait, I jumped. Harold felt the rag twitch in his pocket. Then a little black bird came flying out and landed on his wrist. The bird gave a horrible chuckle. It sounded like a demon. And so it was. It gave a second chuckle and flew over to the perch on the shoulder of the horned figure. Harold knew he had to do something quickly. He turned the page over, wrote, we and all we possess belong to the Lord, and signed his name on the page. Then he handed the book back. The horned figure took one look at the book and gave a terrible piercing scream before he burst into flames, smoke swirling all around it. There was a bright flash and the smell of brimstone, and then Harold fell onto the ground as the horned figure disappeared. As soon as Harold got back on his feet, he ran to the house and told Mary Ann the whole story. We're not staying here another day, Harold said. I won't stay in a place where all my neighbors have sold themselves to the devil. Harold and Mary Ann packed up and left the next day. Their children and their families also left after hearing Harold's story. There's no one living on that side of the hill anymore, just a few abandoned buildings and burned spot where nothing will grow. Folks reckon that's the spot where the horned figure stood when he tried to get Harold to sign the book. Everyone around these parts calls that spot the Devil's Place, and no one goes there. Boom, boom, boom. Has anybody heard that one? There's a YouTube channel, and it's called The Folklorist, and he hasn't put anything out for a very long time. But he has, the stories are there, and he did a great job, the whole cast did, telling stories, and they're awesome. There's a really scary one about Sasquatch, which is also cool. Bill guesses he could get a second cup. Yes, just do it. Drink that dang coffee. It's not gonna, coffee is watered down. The beans might be the devil, but it's watered down. It can't be that bad. It can't be as bad as all the other crap that we used to put in our bodies. So, God bless coffee. All right. Sandy, how are the feral cats doing? Oh my gosh, how many are you up to now? We need to trap and release that kitty cat population. Cut it up. Uh-oh, somebody's awake. I hear her. Who's that? Are you okay? Did you wake up? Oh, it's okay. Squeeze and squeeze. Want me to rock ya? Rockin' baby. I wanted to read one more, and I got this from a suggestion from Terri Sue. She sent it to me. Oh, we gotta squeeze the baby first. Oh, there's only 13 instead of 24. That's good. We're getting close to my numbers now. What do we have? 3 kittens, and then Loki, Potato, and then Vita brought home a cat. No, there's 4 kittens. My bad. There's a bunch of cats here. There's like 6 or 7. It depends. Ooh. There we go. Put in your best YouTube channels with the spooky stories. Good morning, Larry. Baby woke up, so we'll have to put him on hold. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Oh. Did somebody catch him? Probably coyotes. My hair is like doing a thing today. Maybe it's hat weather. What do you think? Stretchy. Okay. I'm gonna 6 cats and dogs all together, or just separate? 3 and 3 for 6 and 6. An adventure, yeah. My dog. Well, we took down the fence because we were gonna cut more trees down and expand it, and then the dogs have always like ran crazy, and they're smart enough to sort of stay off the road, but sometimes they don't. And then there's always that cat, and he's still alive. Here is crazy. Come give me a hat. There's a buttercap right there. Butter. 4 dogs, yeah. At one point, I think I had 5. I was watching my friend's puppy, and then we found a puppy that had a really super tight collar. Took his collar off. It was in a neighborhood. It wasn't the best neighborhood in the world. I used to walk my dogs every day with the kids. It was crazy. I had a really nice jogging stroller that would hold 2 kids, but it always ended up holding 3 or 4. And we would wrap the dogs' leashes around the handle of the stroller, and it would pull. It would pull the cart. All I had to do was keep it steady and grounded so they wouldn't like chase after things and be like, whoa. So yeah, I'd be pretty good on the Iditarod race, I guess. Kids and dogs. And we would go, like, we would walk maybe an hour and a half every day, because if you don't walk them, it's just a nightmare, especially if you don't have a lot of land for them to run around and be crazy in. We just had a backyard, and half the backyard was filled up with like a pool, which was always fun during the summer, but when it's not filled up, there's just like, it's there. And then we had the secret chickens over by the garage, and it was just like this small plot. So there wasn't really a lot of room to play. And the neighborhood, it was okay, sort of, but not safe enough to have your kids ride their bikes outside. So yeah, it was time to move because I couldn't do it. We were outgrowing the plot of land. And this is when the chickens were illegal, and when I moved, they became legal to have chickens, at least 4 in your backyard. So that's nice. But you can't do it in Kettering. There's a guy trying to like fight the power and keep his chickens in Kettering. And I saw something that said he was like, I'm gonna call them my emotional support animals. And I'm like, yeah, that'll work. Are there any blankets on the couch, sweetie? Aw, I can't just snuggle you up in a blanket. Did they take him to bed? Where's your Bucky? I just washed your Bucky blanket. Oh, okay. Emmett took it. Yeah. Kettering is like HOA. They don't tell you. I had a friend that lived there once, and they built like a fun little play area for their kids, and they got cited. And they were just like, well, screw this. We're moving to the country. Emotional support panthers over there. Yep. Aww. There you go, sweet pea. Snuggle. Hang out. We're hanging out here. As I'm slurping. You want to hear a scary story? The best part of the live stream today was when Eloise appeared out of nowhere. That was like... That'll wake you up. I'm getting Hallmark commercials. I don't even have Hallmark. Alright, let's see what I missed during my story. Story time! Let me get to the live chat. Gotta hit those buttons in the corner and fix that. So, 14% do not want to hear the spooky stories in the morning. That's right. There's only been 22 votes. Dun dun dun. Hey, I got the fan thing going. Sandy, you're number 1. Amy, you're number 2. Ty and Rick's coming in at number 3. We've got Jeff at 4. Brian's 5. Rick, you're number 6. Lisa's 7. I don't know how those points go. Isn't that fun? I figured out how to get them off too. The crown things. Figured it out. They don't show up on this. How is Milton doing? All burning questions. How do I pop off this chat? Here we go. All burning questions are there.
I can see you.
Do you see the ninja?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me.
You like the ninja?
Okay.
Oh, the ninja's Nixon. Okay. I tried to convince Flash to be a ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a sweet costume for like $4, and I was like, everybody likes being ninjas. He was like, no, I want to be the Grim Reaper. Do you like spooky stories? Do you want to hear a gross one? It's from Terri Sue. I believe she's sleeping right now. She did wake up. I saw her put a pumpkin in a coffee on Mitch's live stream. And I was like, I just put a pumpkin in a coffee too. It's all the same. When am I going camping? I'll be leaving probably here around 5. It's an hour away and I gotta set up. And I was like, 5 o'clock? The sun's already setting early. I won't be able to see anything. At least a tent's really easy because you just stick a pole in the middle and then you put little tiny stakes around the side and pull the ropes tight. It's real easy to set that thing up. I still have all the pieces. It looked like when I checked the weather a few days ago, it was going to be dry, so maybe I should check it again before I go. And it's going to be chilly in the morning, so I can't wait. Oh yeah, and they have like a curfew. Like there should nobody up between 10:30 and 6 a.m. And I was like, 6 a.m.? I like to wake up at 4:30. What am I gonna do? Oh, nature camping. Yes. Sounds fun. What are you doing? Are you doing your thing? Very good. All right. This is the one that Terri sent me, and I found a copy of it at folklore.usc.edu. Okay? One day, a boy named Johnny is told by his mother to go to the butcher to get some liver for dinner. He takes the $5 she gives him and heads off toward town, taking a shortcut through a local cemetery. When he gets to the butcher shop, Johnny's distracted by a stand of comic books, where the newest edition of his favorite series is on sale for only $5. Without thinking, he immediately buys the comic book and begins to read it, losing track of time until the sun begins to set. Johnny realized he made a mistake. He now has no money to buy the liver for dinner. His mother's going to be furious that he spent it on a comic book. He has no choice but to hurry home, cutting again through the graveyard. But on his way home, he just passes a freshly dug grave. Johnny has an idea, a way to get liver for free. What kind of liver is this? His mother asks when he gets home, and he gives her the liver. It looks old. You sure it's the freshest cut? Johnny tells her that he's sure it's a fresh cut. That's what the butcher gave him. Johnny's mother finally accepts the liver and tells him to wait upstairs while she makes his favorite meal for dinner, spaghetti and liver. What? Spaghetti and liver? Do you want spaghetti and liver? You want liver, though. Fried in bacon grease. Yeah.
No.
While Johnny's waiting in his room, he begins to feel sick, thinking about the graveyard, the fresh grave, the liver currently being prepared into spaghetti. When his mother calls him down for dinner, Johnny feels too sick and he tries to go to sleep. But late that night, once his mother has gone to bed, Johnny hears a low call. Johnny, I want my liver back. Johnny sits up straight in bed.
Yeah.
The call sounds like it's coming from the direction of the graveyard. He feels even more sick now and hides under his covers because those protect you. But then he hears a thudding on the front door. Johnny, I want my liver back. I'm outside your front door. Johnny is crying now in fear, desperately wishing he hadn't spent the $5 on that comic book. Instead gone to the butcher's and bought the liver.
Yeah.
He hears the front door creak open. Well, maybe my chair can do it. Can I creak? There you go. There's a squeak. Oh, there's a creak. I'll get it. And then slow footsteps coming up the stairs, getting closer and closer and closer. Then there's a rattling on his bedroom door. I don't know if I can do the rattle. Darn, I should have had some keys on me. Okay. I want my liver back. Johnny, I'm outside your bedroom. Johnny runs into his closet and shuts the door, trying to hide, but knowing it's too late. There's a sudden pounding on the closet door. Johnny, I want my liver back. I'm inside your bedroom. Johnny holds his breath. Can you hold your breath? No? Okay. She's doing it. The closet door creaks open. And then... Ah! Do you guys remember that one? I remember that one. Mitch is only mad about chat because he can't keep up with it and it's frustrating with him and he's trying to tell people what to do. I think he likes order. Yeah. Come here, hug. Do you want your liver back?
Oh yeah.
Because I'm wearing a sweater.
Oh, you.
Because I'm in my jams. You cooked on a lady running from ghosts, okay? You're gonna get a scary story. We can tell the one about the ribbon. The girl with the ribbon around her neck. My coffee has gotten so cold. Here, you take it. You take it, Peanut. Tell them a spooky story. I'm gonna freshen it up with a fresh pot. You hurt your leg? Look how clear that is. Is that even coffee? You want boobies. Alright, well we'll try for maybe in 15. Oh, booby. Squish. This chair is squishy, guys. I can't. What happened here? I think I'm about to crawl back into bed for a couple of hours. Yeah, I feel like a nice nap would be nice, but Rocky's awake. You know what I forgot to get at the store? Bacon. Maybe I have some in the bottom of the freezer. I want my Rocky. Rocky. Let's see. We get suggested. There's an analysis here of the story. Children don't buy comic books and cut livers out of dead bodies. Oh, no. Don't sizzle around too much. You'll fall. You'll fall. Do you want to sit on the big chair up here? We could see you better. I need to show you something that I found on Instagram, Rocky, and I shared it with Veda because it's a cartoon that's like 92 years old, and it's this little boy getting ready for bed. It's Rocky. It looks like Rocky. The blonde curly hair, the chubby cheeks and eyes. I sent it to her. You're getting ready to go to Costco and get a check roll. Well, I hope you find like a really good deal on it too. You know? Ugh, my hair. I took a shower really late last night. It must have been 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, I'm so tired. So I wrapped my hair in a towel, you know, just to go to bed. And I left it in the towel. And it's like, I think I'm going to get this kitten to be my next new cat. Yeah, Butter. Butter's cute. It looks like part Siamese. Really cute kitty. Did you break my button? Oh, these are the buttons. And they button onto these loops. Like this. Look. Ta-da. Yeah. That's really nice. $5.69 a pound a week ago. They were $7.99. Nice. Nice. Yeah, we know what you want. Oh, you sweet little angel. Let's see if they have any. They got the yellow ribbon.
I want pee boobs.
You want to hear another scary story, Rocky?
I want pee boobs.
Okay. You just. Do you want some cream? I've got some cream. You want a little cup?
No.
I can't wean my baby. It used to be really easy to wean babies for me because I'd have a new one, and then the one that's about this age would be like, no, I'm good. What are we going to do with you, Rocky? Oh, I'm just going to be so smart. You don't need to wean the baby, do we? Eventually, you'll just be like, nah. I'm naming your ketosis. I love it. Ketosis. Butter. What? He just told retired Rick he's in the wrong room if he wants to chat? Should I watch the replay? Just a little bit of it? Oh my goodness. What did I do? Restore chat?
My tummy hurts.
Yeah, your tummy hurts? Would you want some cream or some coffee? Coffee's always fun for hurt tummies, isn't it, guys? I guess Rocky's wanting me. I was hoping I could go a little longer because they usually sleep in. But I bet you Rocky went to bed a little early because I was out shopping. And when I got back, she was already asleep. All right. So, 87% of you like spooky stories and coffee. 13% probably said no because you don't drink coffee. That's okay. Do you like the smell of coffee? Yes or no? I like the smell of coffee. I think Folgers has sold me on all their commercials over the years. Once you hear that coffee, you wake up. Yes, agreed. Lisa, hit the nail on the head. There's something really weird when you want to control people. Okay, there's something off there. Just want constant control of people. I don't like that. I don't like that. Mm-mm. And I agree with what Rick said the other day. I rewatched my live because I missed everybody's comments. I tried. I know. Do you want some coffee too?
No.
Okay. I agree with Amy. Mitch just needs to do videos and quit lives. Yep. Yes. All good. At his leisure and block people. And if he likes to chat with everybody, again, those premieres, he can do premieres. Chafee does premieres, doesn't he? He used to. I don't know. Like, YouTube is so weird now when I want to watch videos and you have so many subscriptions. And it's like you go through it and they don't have them in the order of the day. It's harder for me when they change stuff up. Yeah, see, when this was made, they made little loops so you could put your buttons through. You want to try to button my buttons while Mommy's talking? There you go. You want to kind of match them up? Yeah, and get them in the loop. And it'll stretch. Oh, you gotta use two hands. You work on buttons. Okay. I'm pretty sure, like, somebody, he was talking and then somebody put in bipolar. Because didn't he just apologize to everybody and apologize to Rick and explain the situation? And then now he's like, get out of my room. Bruh. Scary stories. Get out of my room. Chadrick, LOL, Mitch is in the right mind. I think the stuff he is drinking in his coffee and water is affecting him in his brain. Yeah, how long has it been? It's been more than a month of him doing that, isn't it? Maybe you have too much. Maybe he just needed a little bit in the beginning and then kind of like not do it for a while. And you can't ask the question, is it the leucine? Is he answering questions today? Or is he just ranting? You want what? You want a drink? Oh, I know. Do you want to go back to sleep? Is that what you're feeling like? Ooh, Flash found a duck eggs nest. Like, I was like, where did they move? Where did they move to? And there's a duck on it, so she's laying on the nest. And I'm like, do we keep her on? Do we pull these eggs off? If I pull them off now, I think we'll be okay. If we keep her on, the little ducklings won't be okay because they don't naturally, when you are hatched from an egg in a hatchery, you're not gonna you might not be a good mom to your your baby chickens or ducks, because nobody ever taught you how to be. What's up? You're schooling around. You're gonna like fall or something. You okay? One Leah's 3 joy. Maybe. Yeah, it's normal to have a fun conversation with somebody who's reading a silly story, you know, or if there was something more on my mind. But honestly, it's the morning. I'm not going to think about it, because then I'm just like, what about blah blah blah, and why does it bother me so type deal. And I'm like, it's weird. Is it loosening? Is it something with the stroke and something with his brain surgery? He doesn't see it, because you'd really have to look at yourself, maybe in a mirror, maybe sitting at reflect, ponder away about maybe I'm being a little too crazy. Why is that? You know, like, but if you're normally that way, I don't know. He doesn't believe in God, but he wants everyone to worship him. Sounds familiar. Girl! Yes. Yes. Isn't that crazy? I make money on YouTube, but Mitch makes way more than I do, and all he does is rhymes with Mitch about I'm not making what I'm worth. Yes, and it's been like that, and it goes crazy. Miss Riff, I make about $30 a month, and they don't pay you till you make $100. One of these days I'll get paid. I don't mind. And what do I do with that money, Rocky? We go get a chuck roll. We try to chop it up. That's spot on, Lisa.
Mommy.
Okay, you're fine. We gotta get it off our chest, man. We've realized we left. I mean, I don't mind going back every once in a while and saying hi or whatever, but do I really want that kind of drama? No. She said, amen, Lisa. You want to hear one more story before we go? Okay. I've only done the hour. I was hoping I could go till it would be 8 o'clock for me, but sometimes other people have different priorities. You only make about 150 every couple months. It's fun being in here, and other lives also. Yeah, the lives are fun. Happy JoJo. One more story. Okay. All right, everybody. A man named Johnny was going out for coffee one day when he saw the most beautiful woman he'd ever seen. He introduced himself to the woman, whose name was Jane. And the two of them began to fall in love. It says love, but I like to call it love. Everything about Jane was perfect. But there was one thing that confused Johnny. Every single day, she wore a yellow ribbon around her neck.
How?
Oh, does it feel weird? You okay? If you don't like the stool, you can come back here to the chair. Do you ever take it off? Johnny finally asked her after a month of dating. Jane told him that she never takes it off, even to sleep, and that he should never untie it. But even though Johnny pushed and pushed, she would never tell him why.
Why?
One day I'll tell you, Jane would always say whenever he asked. The years went by, and Johnny and Jane fell deeper in love, and eventually Johnny proposed to her. Yet every day, Jane still wore the same yellow ribbon around her neck. The night before the wedding, Johnny finally had enough. He decided he absolutely needed to see what was under the ribbon, that he couldn't wait a single day longer. That night, Johnny waited for Jane to fall asleep. When he was certain she was sound asleep, he reached over to her neck and gently tugged on the end of the yellow ribbon to untie it. But when Johnny pulled the ribbon undone, he realized exactly why Jane had worn it every single day. Because without the ribbon to hold it in place, her head rolled right off her neck and onto the floor. And when Jane's eyes slowly opened, "Oh, Johnny," she said, even though her severed head was now a few feet away from her body, "I told you not to untie the ribbon." Too bad I don't have a basketball to just drop. I should reread these before I read them to you guys, but I like reading them live. Okay, you run to the potty?
No.
You want boobies? I thought you said you had to pee.
No.
Alright. Okay, everybody. Ah, babies. Alright. I don't have a little picture to play and music in the background. Hold on. But I've got to help Rocky, and unfortunately she did wake up. But I want to thank you for coming to my morning coffee show. I may be able to do these next week too, depending, honestly, it's depending on Flash being good and how long I can do these before people wake up. I know. Okay, we gotta go. She's doing the potty dance. Love you all. Thanks for coming. At least we got to do 2 scary stories. Bye. Boop. Boop. Beep.